Guys, it's Alyssa, and today we are doing a pick a deck reading. This reading is going to be an update on the Do They Want to Come Back pick a card video that I uploaded like 2 weeks ago. That video is the most viewed video on my channel right now. It has like over 4,000 views as of this morning, and it's just been gaining views like crazy for some reason. And I honestly never expected my videos to get that much attention. And looking back on it, I don't really feel like it's my best work exactly. So I was like, God, I want to redo that. So that's what we're doing today. It's an update on that energy, because that was 2 weeks ago, and energy is changing all the time. Alright, so this is an update on, does my person want to come back? Okay, we've got 3 options here. The Tarot of Sexual Magic. Number 2 is the Wild Unknown Tarot. And number 3 is the Rider and Wait. Okay, so be thinking about which deck you want to choose, and while you're doing that, I wanted to say that we are getting really close to 200 subscribers, and that's got me so excited, honestly. So thank you so much to everybody who is subscribed. It seriously means the world to me. And I feel pretty confident that we can get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So that is my goal right now. I think we can do it. Also, disclaimer, this is obviously a general reading, and sometimes I feel like I get pretty specific messages in these readings, so I don't expect them to resonate with everybody who watches them. So if the reading, you know, doesn't resonate with you or apply to your situation, then it wasn't meant for you, okay? That's really all there is to it. That's all I can say. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and get started now with pile number 1. Right, for my people who chose option 1, the Tarot of Sexual Magic deck, what's going on? Does your person want to come back to you? And I'm gonna say right off the bat, the answer is yes. And I will get to why in a moment, but okay. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like you have very strong, deep feelings for this person. And I think that their feelings for you run just as deeply, okay? I'm almost getting like, maybe obsession is too strong of a word, but like fixation. I feel like you are fixated with each other. I think you probably have been watching a lot of pick-a-card readings because asking this question. Not that that's a bad thing, but yeah, something happened between the two of you, obviously, that is, you know, the reason why you are not in contact right now, or have little contact, or whatever the case may be, because we have 3 of Swords, but we also have the 6 of Swords for how they're feeling about you. So this tells me that they want to come back. They want to get back together with you. They want to get back onto the same page with you. They want to they want the two of you to, like, explore together, like, broaden your horizons together, do some traveling, something like that. So, I feel like this person has, they see a very bright future with you, okay? And I think that you recognize that they are someone who is probably worth waiting on. I feel like you've been waiting for this person for some time now to, you know, figure themselves out and get it together. But I feel like you're being pretty patient, because I think that you know that this person will be worth it, like the relationship that you'll have with them, because I think you know that they will treat you right. Like, once they get it together, they'll treat you right. They'll treat you like an empress. And you don't have to be a woman. You can be a man and still be an empress. Also, I want to note that on the bottom of this deck over here, the Emperor card came out. So, the fact that the Emperor and the Empress are showing up in the same reading is like, you know, they're counterparts. And whenever I see counterparts in a relationship spread, this is some type of soul connection, okay? And that's kind of confirmed for me by the wheel being here in the past energy position. So I think there's a sense, I think both of you have this sense that this is fated in some way, okay? But before we get to that, I want to talk about the Five of Swords and the Four of Wands here. This is how your person is seeing you right now. So with the Five of Swords, I feel like your person is intimidated by you. And that's because they know that you are this powerful empress-like figure. They know that you could like absolutely tear them to shreds, like effortlessly, and that intimidates them, but they also like it, because we also have the Four of Wands, and this is like, they find you extremely attractive. They find this Empress energy, these Empress qualities, extremely attractive. And Four of Wands is also a marriage card, so they probably have thought about marrying you, or they see you as a potential marriage partner. Okay? Now, in the past energy position, we've got the wheel, like I already said, so there's this, I think both of you have this sense that this connection is fated somehow. And we also have the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like both of you have been aware of your feelings for one another since the get-go, like probably since you first started speaking to each other. You might have had this feeling like, there might have been this voice in your head that was like, yep, found the person I'm gonna marry. Okay? And if that's the case, I feel like they probably heard that too when they met you. So I feel like nobody, your person doesn't want to let this connection go. So if you're worried about that, I don't think you need to be, because they understand that you are like a one-of-a-kind person. Like, they understand that you're a great catch. And even though they're being difficult right now, they're trying to get it together because they want to be with you. But they know that they're in a place right now where it wouldn't work. It's like, it's not the right time. and they understand that it's not the right time for them. For your present energy, we have the Five of Wands. I feel like somebody is watching somebody else. Okay, so this could be you or it could be your person, but somebody is watching someone like on social media or possibly even like psychically watching. Like if I'm seeing like somebody meditating and getting visions of like what the other person is doing or has been doing. Okay, that's not going to apply for a lot of you, but some of you, I feel that's been going on. That's either you've been doing that or your person has been doing that. If your person is not super spiritually attuned, then they're not the one that's doing it, okay, and it's not applicable. But for some of you, that's happening. But for most of you, I feel like it's just watching on the internet. For some reason, your person is like really very hesitant to approach you, okay? And they're like, this guy over here is them, and these people over here are you, and I just see them like scrolling through your Instagram or something, and looking at pictures you post of you like hanging out with your friends, and they're just like, oh god, I wish that was me. But they don't feel ready to approach you. For the future energy here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely a new beginning for you both. This card is, in this particular deck, it has a slightly, well, all of these cards have slightly different meanings in this deck, but I want to read to you what the little booklet says about this card in particular. The Ace of Pentacles, a complete and gratifying relationship unites mind, flesh, and spirit. So, this is a really good card to have for future energy. I'm seeing a very loving, stable, practical, but also passionate relationship developing between the two of you. Now, these two cards, the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant, are the main obstacles in this connection right now. So, I feel like the Eight of Pentacles in this deck talks about indifference. And I definitely don't think that they are feeling indifferent about you. I think that this indifference is about themselves. I feel like the person you're dealing with is, their love for themselves is really lacking, okay? They don't have enough motivation because they don't have enough care for themselves to work on healing from past relationships, or past traumas, or anything. They don't care. It's like they want happiness, they want this relationship with you to work out, and they know that they're not at a place where it would be possible right now, but there's still this feeling of indifference, like their feelings for you still aren't enough to make them want to go out and better themselves or heal themselves. work on their own baggage. Also, the Hierophant. In this deck, this speaks of fear, in a sense. So I'm feeling like your person is afraid. That's part of the reason why they haven't approached you, because they're afraid of being vulnerable. They are, I feel as if they've had pretty negative relationship experiences in the past, and they're just very fearful of being hurt again, and their feelings for you are so intense that they know that if that you have the power to wound them very deeply, and they're afraid of that happening. Okay, they don't trust that you wouldn't hurt them. For the outcome, we've got the Star and the Five of Cups. Now, Five of Cups in the traditional tarot is not a great card, but in this deck it has a different meaning, so don't freak out yet. The Star card, this is a great card to have as an outcome. The Star is very hopeful. There is a lot of potential. The Star also can be an indicator that you are on the right path. So, like I was saying about this relationship being fated in some way, I think that is definitely the case. I think that the universe will bring the two of you together some way, somehow. Okay. As for the Five of Cups, in this deck, this is talking about breaking free from doubt and guilt and sadness. Okay, this is about, as an outcome especially, this is about moving past those feelings and opening oneself up to freedom and adventure and a willingness to take a leap of faith. Okay, so those are your outcome cards. I want to pull out a couple of oracle cards to see if there's any other messages for you or any advice for you guys. That's too many cards. We do have give your relationship a chance and make the effort. So I do think that you should give this person the benefit of a doubt, you know. Trust that they do care about you, and they will be coming back to you. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, this could be the one. Let's see. Pay attention to the red flags. This is a person who, they do have a lot of baggage, okay? I'm just gonna be straight up about that. But I feel like you probably know that already. So, even when they do come back to you, even if you do get into a relationship with this person, you're gonna need to keep an eye out for any kind of, like, self-destructive behaviors or, you know, negative thought, like, cycles in this person, because they're not going to be like 100% healed and renewed, and they're not going to be a totally different person when they come back to you. You know, there's still going to be, there will still be things that need to be worked on. So just keep your eye out for those things. And very soon just came out, so I feel like you can expect this connection to start making some progress in the pretty near future. Let's see if this deck has anything it wants to add. It's too many cards. Yeah, this situation will improve, so don't give up on it just yet. Anything else? There's something better. Huh. What's that all about? What are these two cards talking about? I would like a clarifier. I think I have an idea, but I want to be sure. Three of Wands. Okay. Oop. I feel like this is saying that this is just piggybacking off of this card. The situation will improve. Know that there is something better for this particular relationship. Like, things won't always be this way, okay? The future for the two of you is very bright. It will get better. What about this take action card? It's too many. The Hanged Man. Okay. Alright. I think this is just saying that, you know, as you're waiting for this person to come back around, you don't have to put your life on hold for them. Okay? You don't have to be the Hanged Man. You can continue to live your life and do the things that you want to do and meet new people and all of that stuff. And still keep the door open for them. Okay, so this is just a reminder not to put your life on hold waiting for this person. Alright, you guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please let me know. Like I've said before, I love reading your comments. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a like and think about subscribing if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. We're going to move on now to deck number 2. Now, you guys who chose option 2, the Wild Unknown deck, does your person want to come back to you? Are they open to the idea? Are they thinking about coming back to you? Let's see. So, right away, I feel as if... See, most of the time when I'm doing a reading like this, the people involved are not really in contact with each other, or contact is spotty. The two of you, though, I feel like you are in communication with each other. Because for the present energies, we've got the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. So both of these cards are fast-moving energy. So I feel like the two of you are in communication with each other fairly regularly. And I feel like your connection is by no means stagnant, okay? Which is interesting. I feel like a lot of you who picked this deck are in a third-party situation, because up here, as one of the obstacles of this connection, we have the Three of Cups. Now, I don't really like to bring up third-party interpretations of cards unless I really feel like they are applicable. But in this spread and in this position, I feel like that's what this is saying. And I feel like the person you're dealing with is the one who's already in a relationship. And I feel as if you are asking if they will leave that relationship for you. Okay, that's not going to apply to everyone, but I'm feeling that very strongly here. We have two counterparts in this spread. We have the Empress and the Emperor, and we also have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So whenever I get counterparts in a spread, it always gives me the impression that the connection is it's some kind of soul connection, okay? So the fact that you have two counterparts here is or two sets of counterparts is like, I feel like this situation is karmic in some way. Your person is kind of trapped. They feel like a fly in a spider's web, or they feel like, okay, I'm getting something different now. The spider web is like, this is what they have spun, okay? They have been spinning this situation. Or you have been spinning this situation, or maybe both of you have been working on it together. And now it's gotten to a point where you've kind of lost track of some of your web. Okay, you've spun such an enormous web in this situation that you've lost track of some of it, and it's kind of starting to come back to bite you, or it will be coming back to bite you. Interesting. I think you like this person so much because they treat you like an empress. They might tell you, if they're already in a relationship with someone, they might be telling you that they will leave their partner to be with you. If that's not the case, if it's not a third-party situation, well, the third party doesn't have to be another person. It could just be their job or their family, like their children. So, I feel like this person has been telling you that you are more important to them than anything else in the world, but they might not be exactly showing that to you. You know, their actions might not be really reflecting that. We have the Queen of Swords here for how they feel about you. So, I think that, see, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I don't like giving negative messages, but I feel like your person that you're dealing with is not quite what they seem to be, okay? And this isn't going to apply to everybody who chose this deck, but some of you are dealing with somebody who is just insincere. They give you this impression that their feelings for you are very intense and fiery and passionate, you know, but they might have ulterior motives in this situation with you. And like I said, that's not for everybody. I think that if this is the case for you, then you probably already suspect that it might be the case. So you know, if this idea has never crossed your mind, then it's probably not applicable for you. But that's not to say that they don't have feelings for you, because we do have the Knight of Wands here, which is passion. And the Tower card is how they see you. So I think that when you came into this person's life, you really disrupted pretty much everything. You know, whatever the third party is, whether it's whether it's a spouse or a job or a family or whatever, you brought their attention away from whatever this is, and you've made them question their priorities in that sense. Their life has kind of been turned upside down since they met you. I'm getting that you could be considerably younger than them, okay? I feel like you have a very youthful energy, at least, and that is something that your person has not, that they have lost touch with, and they've not been exposed to for some time, and they really like that about you, okay? So, for your past energy, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is about conflict. So I feel like this relationship has been rocky, pretty much from the start. Not to say that you don't care about each other, because I feel like you do, but, you know, some relationships are just like that, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to end up together, and it doesn't mean necessarily that it's unhealthy, you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. For the future energy, we have Judgment. Judgment is about rebirth and awakenings. So I feel like for you guys, this connection is going to go through some kind of transformation. And for some of you, you and your person will probably end up together, but I'm feeling like for a lot of you, you're going to come to realize that this connection is not serving you. Does that make sense? And I hate to say that, but I feel like a lot of you already kind of have that idea in the back of your mind that it's not serving you. You know, it's not serving your highest good. So I feel as if you're going to come to some sort of awakening and realize that you need to move on from the situation. For the other obstacle card, we have the Emperor. So I feel like the person you're dealing with is very stubborn. I feel like they're somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too. Okay? So that means, like, they want to have you, but they also don't want to give up this other thing, whatever it is. They're trying to juggle you both, and they're just so reluctant to give up either thing, you or this other third party, whatever it is. For your outcome, we have the Magician and the Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. So I do feel as if a lot of you guys are going to end up walking away from this situation. And I know that's not like an easy thing to hear, but I can't lie to you, okay? Also, the Magician The Magician is a card about creation, manifestation. I feel like when you walk away from this current connection, you will be able to manifest something better, okay? And not necessarily a better relationship or a better partner, but just in general, like in your life in general, you will be able to manifest. If you have goals that you have been working towards, like in terms of career or projects, you're going to be able to manifest success in those regards. Also, for some of you, it will be another partner that you're going to be able to manifest. I want to pull out some oracle cards to see if there's any other messages or any advice for you guys. It is safe for you to love. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but with the Son of Wands and the Chariot here, I feel a lot of sexual energy. So that's what makes me think that for a lot of you, this is like an affair. Okay? But it doesn't have to be. Finances and career. Yeah, well, I was saying this third party could be a job. Oh my god. That's too many cards. I'm not going to take any of them. Anything else? Very soon. I might pull out a clarifier for that. This It's Safe for You to Love card. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I feel like this is only going to apply to a few of you, but I feel like your attachment to this person is kind of the result of like this feeling like you're not gonna find anything better, like this is it, you know? Or you're afraid you won't ever find anyone better. But that's not the case, okay? If you let this person go, you will absolutely find other people. You know, there are multiple people out there for everybody in the world. So this isn't your only chance at love, okay? So there's no reason to be worried about that. Oh, I wanted to get clarifiers for this very soon card. What is very soon about? Why is that here? Okay. And look, the King of Swords is on the bottom again. I feel like the person you're dealing with has a lot of King of Swords energy. So, clarifying the very soon, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So I feel like this is saying that in the near future, you're gonna end up having to make your decision about whether or not you want to continue with this person, like continue this relationship. And I think a lot of you are gonna choose to leave them behind. I know the question is, do they want to come back or will they come back? But like I said, I feel like for most of you who chose this option, you're wanting to know, do they want to come to you and only you? Like, will they choose you over whatever else, whatever other options they have? And I feel like the answer to that is no. And I feel like a lot of you are going to end up making the decision to leave them behind and move on from the situation. Let's see if there's anything else that the cards want to tell you. Get more information. You might want to do some digging on this person. You might, interesting. I feel like for some of you there is some stuff about your person that you are not aware of, and this is basically saying you need to do some digging on them, because you might find out some things about them that will make moving on a lot easier. And again, of course, that's not going to apply to all of you. The situation will improve. Okay. Within the next few months and in the near future, listen to your intuition. I feel like most of you guys already know deep down that this connection isn't serving you. And you know that there are better things out there, that, you know, you don't have to be locked into this stressful situation. And I think that in the next few months, you will, if you haven't figured this out already, you will come to this conclusion that the best thing for you to do will be to move on. At least for now, okay? This doesn't have to be a permanent thing. But the cards are saying that you should think about moving on for now. In the future, you know, a few years from now, you and this person might come back together, and it might be a much different situation. And that'll be a whole different story. But for now, I think that's the message here. That's the takeaway. I don't think this person is going to choose you for the time being. They're still very hung up on, they're still very attached to whatever else is going on in their life, and they're just too stubborn to let that go. Like I said, they want to have their cake and eat it too. So I'm sorry that this was kind of a negative reading, you guys. Please don't cry in my comments section. It makes me sad. But if it did resonate, please let me know. I love to hear from you guys. And if you liked this video, please give it a like and think about subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you for watching. And now we're going to move on to the last deck. Okay, you guys, those of you who chose the third deck, what's going on? Does your person want to come back? Will they come back? We're going to try to find out right now. So, right away, I feel like your person does want to come back to you, but there are some things holding them back, and we'll get into that in a minute. For the past energy here, I feel like someone ghosted somebody else. Okay. Or at least someone's been giving somebody else the cold shoulder. I think that you want to come back together with your person. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it was you who ghosted them or blocked them. maybe just because they were acting foolish. I don't know. But I think that if that's the case, you want to try to make amends for that. If that's not the case, if you didn't block them or ghost them, I just see this as you putting a lot of effort into trying to reach out to this person or trying to make them understand your point of view or where you're coming from, or trying to make them understand your feelings towards them. Okay? We have the Queen of Swords here representing the person you're asking about. And they don't have to be a woman, they could be a man, but this is telling me that they're an experienced person. They're not a super emotional person, okay? I just get the feeling that they are not really in tune with their emotions so much. Whereas you are being represented here by the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is kind of, she's almost the opposite. The Queen of Wands is very fiery and passionate. Not quite as emotional as the Queen of Cups, but, you know, she just has a lot of vibrant energy. And they love that about you. For how they feel about you, we have the Three of Cups. So, this is telling me that they see you as a good friend. They're very happy that you are in their life, okay, that they met you. I'm getting the impression that they feel almost like you changed something about them for the better, okay? But, like I said, there's somebody ran away, or, like I said, I think somebody blocked somebody else or ghosted somebody else, but the Four of Pentacles is on the bottom of this deck, so I feel like both of you are wanting to hold on to this connection. For the present energy here, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is telling me that somebody is feeling very confused and overwhelmed by their options. And I feel like this is the person you're dealing with, probably. Like I said, I don't get the feeling that they're very in tune with their emotions. They maybe don't know how to deal with strong feelings, okay? They might be somebody that, when they start feeling some type of way, they just kind of shut down, okay? So I'm just feeling a lot of confusion here, and you might also be confused because you don't know how they feel about you. You feel like you have no idea where you stand with them. For the future energy, we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Page of Cups. So I feel like someone does want to make an offer here, and it's a page, so I don't see it being a big offer, you know, like an offer of commitment, but still, it's something that is keeping your person up at night, or keeping you up at night, but I feel like it's probably, for most of you, this is probably your person, because they just have so much anxiety, or it could be you could have anxiety because you don't know where you stand with them, you don't know how they feel, because they're just, they tend to withhold their feelings, or, like I said, it could be them, and they're having anxiety because it's, like, overwhelming to them. But I'm not sure if this offer will actually end up being made. I'm gonna get some clarifiers in a minute, but I want to go through this stuff first up here. So for the obstacles, first obstacle, we have the Ten of Swords. So somebody in this connection has been really heartbroken in the past. Could be you or your person. I'm feeling it like equally for both. So somebody, yeah, I mean, Ten of Swords is just heartbreak and sadness, betrayal. So somebody's been very hurt in the past, and this could be why your person is seems very unattached, distant. Could be why they're feeling overwhelmed and anxious because they don't, they're kind of jaded, you know, they don't want to be hurt again. And then we also have the Ace of Wands being clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So Ace of Wands tells me, Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles tell me that your person wants to start something new with you. They want to make you an offer. Page of Cups. They want to make you an offer. But there's this fear, okay? They can't decide whether or not they actually want to open up. Okay, Two of Swords, this is about being unable to make a decision. They want something new with you. They want to start something, you know, really passionate and long-lasting with you, and stable, but they just can't make their mind up. They're losing sleep over it. For your outcome, though, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. So I feel like this, for most of you, this is going to be a positive outcome. I feel like for most of you, your person will open up to you in time, okay? Will be able to manifest something, a relationship, okay? A deeper connection. Queen of Pentacles, maternal, domestic. I feel like the two of you will have... I can see the two of you living together in the future. But just something very solid and stable and practical, okay? Because your person is very practical. So I don't see it being a relationship that is ruled by emotion, okay? But by, you know, conscious dedication to one another. All right? So I want to pull out a few oracle cards for you guys to see if there's any other messages or advice for you. Let's see. Reconciliation. Oh, I'm not going to take those because that was a bunch. Very soon. Finances and career. Someone could be preoccupied with their job here, or just money in general. But the cards are saying that the two of you will reconcile, and it will be in the near future, okay? Every single pile today has gotten the very soon card, which is interesting to me. I wonder if that's because, you know, we're moving into 2019 and there's just so much energy, you know, there's so much strong energy happening, and it's like things are moving very fast, and you know, getting ready for the new year. Something's something's going to happen in 2019. I don't know what, but something big for a lot of people, I think. Let's see if there's anything else the cards want to say. Be assertive. Okay. So for some of you who maybe aren't sure how your person actually feels about you, you're being advised to be assertive. Let them know how you feel. Okay? That's too many. Oh. Because part of the reason why they have been distant might be because they don't know how you feel. Okay? So don't be afraid to let your feelings be known. Is there anything else? Anything else want to come out for my guys? There we go. Perfect timing. Okay, so this situation is being divinely guided. And the reason you're not together now, the reason things haven't been working out so far, is because it hasn't been the right time. But yeah, reconciliation is totally coming for you guys. I wasn't sure, you know, when I first started this reading, but you know, these cards coming out, I think it's pretty safe to say that your person wants to come back to you, and they will. Your advice is to just be assertive, okay? Be this fiery, vibrant Queen of Wands energy that they admire so much about you. I don't think it will scare them away because, like I said, they really like that about you. Let them know how you feel, and that's going to open up their heart. You know, that will give them the cue to open up to you in return. All right, you guys. So I think I'm going to end it there, and thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated with you, please feel free to let me know and leave me a comment. Think about liking this video. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.